Okay, fine. Question number 5, vampire or werewolf?
Oh, that one's a good one.
Oh, I can answer this one.
Yeah.
Is it which one you want to be, or which one you like more, or which one you think is hotter, or which one is like...
No additional wording will be added to any of these questions.
Krista, all of the above. It has to check as many boxes as possible.
Okay.
I like that question. We should do that one.
Yeah.
All right.
That was good.
Good, that was the last one.
Good, we drained him. We emptied him.
Ew.
Just like Johnny drained the life force of all those children he took pictures of.
They drained me dry.
No! You can't
Once
say
again,
that.
ew.
God, you guys are sick. I was tired. God.
I have nothing to do with what they are saying.
I was just doing a lich thing. It was fantasy. It was fine.
So who goes first, Joey?
Okay, our question. Vampire or werewolf? I will go ahead and answer first. I will definitely say vampire. Honestly, I could talk about all the things I like about vampires, like them being ancient and intelligent and like tacticians, like cool villains that like know what they're doing and have a plan for everything, and despite all their like many weaknesses, like they can operate around that. But it's just faster to say that there's really nothing good about werewolves. They're just pretty boring.
As a werewolf myself, I disagree.
I think it's relevant again to say, have you seen the abs on Taylor Lautner?
Yes.
Taylor Lautner is not the only werewolf representation. Just putting that out there.
He's a big one, though.
I am on Team Redwood, but I'm going to have to actually disagree. I don't really pay attention to werewolves, and I largely have always treated them the same way Joey does, because vampires are just, they have all this cool stuff. They're interesting to think about, but if I was going to be one of the two, I think life as a werewolf's probably better. You get to actually go outside all the time and devour wildlife and just bask in the sun and
and lose your agency and kill a loved one in a fit of rage.
I mean,
people do that too.
Well, vampires have full control.
No, they
They're
don't.
just like generally.
Not at the beginning.
No, most of the lore says like within the first like several decades they have no control.
Yeah.
And that's all you need to kill everybody you love.
Yeah.
Depends on the lore. But yeah, more often than not, there is a certain loss of control.
I mean, isn't like Twilight, this whole thing is that Edward can't control himself, and that's why he has to be away from Bella?
And he cannot have sex with her without breaking all of her bones. But he cannot have sex with her while not breaking all of her bones either. It's a really big conflict.
Listen, he's not a vampire. And I'm sure we can debate this, but I refuse.
He's Batman.
He's
Batman.
He's a blood-sucking sparkler.
Yeah. So I will say, somehow I had forgotten about the urge to drink people's blood.
You mean the main thing?
I don't know how to tell you this, but there's a very clear definition of vampire.
You're just they're just really cool ancients.
Nah, listen. Yeah, if you think there's one definition of vampire, you haven't watched enough anime.
Well, they all drink blood. That was the point I was making. That was like that's like what makes a vampire is they drink blood. And then there's like all these nuances and like, can they go out in the sun? Can they not go out in the sun? Can they fly? Can they turn into bats? I don't know. But they all drink blood.
So whose turn is it?
I don't know. I think Johnny just went. So
my answer is werewolf.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's accurate.
Why do you feel that way, Beast Boys player?
Because they're wild. I don't know. They're just cool. They're really cool. I have a werewolf magic deck, and it's Beast.
I see.
I don't want to argue this. It's just werewolf.
It
is.
All right.
This is a whole opinion piece, and
wrong, but veto next.
like, I mean, I think there are pros and cons to both. I mean, werewolves, you just get to be like crazy strong and like fighting vampires and killing vampires, right? You know, everybody's seen Van Helsing. Which one won? Vampire definitely didn't win.
That's why.
I do love the supposition in your statement that everyone has seen Van Helsing, because that is definitely not
everybody should have seen Van Helsing, and if you haven't, you don't have any right. Don't have any right answering this question until you've seen the movie.
I saw the movie a while ago.
Go out,
barely
watch Van Helsing.
I like the flying creatures. That's all I remember.
vampires.
Yeah, vampires. Boom. They were cool. Okay, but did they die in the end? They all died in the end.
Fair.
Werewolf. Straight werewolf.
You know who else dies at the end? Everything that has a mortal lifespan.
You know what werewolves have?
I mean, fair.
which werewolves usually have. I mean, some are immortal like the vampires, but
do you really want to live forever?
Well, I know, right?
Like a lot of it.
Yeah, most of it.
Besides our Eldritch being.
when we have like another livable planet, I'll be okay dying.
Do you know what werewolves have? Family. They got
Vin Diesel werewolf.
I'll raise you one. Do you know what vampires make? Family. There's agency there.
Yeah.
Again, depends on the lore.
And hey,
Diary of a Vampire, or wait, what, is that it? No, not Diary of a
Vampire Diaries.
Anne Rice's book. What am I thinking of?
I'm not gonna help you because it's funnier this way.
Anne Rice. Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah.
I knew it. I just wasn't saying it either.
Going. It's not really a family situation.
It can be, though.
Found family.
Exactly.
Hey,
vampires not only represent abusive, aristocratic characters, but they can also symbolize outsiders. See, there's two different perspectives. In this video essay, I will...
Okay, and you know the better thing about found family is found family you can fuck.
Oh,
well then,
this is our bad episode.
And
very bad.
Werewolves can fuck too.
Charlie.
Yeah, why are you assuming that werewolves can't fuck?
They're literally animals. Like, they probably fuck a lot. They probably fuck more than vampires.
Only if you're the alpha.
Vampires are dead inside.
That's a dead theory. But anyway, oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Werewolves. like end of story.
Yeah, high five.
I'm sorry, vampire.
Yeah,
Paul actually put it the best,
the
better than I could. That they are abusive, aristocratic creatures. And one of my favorite games of all time is about vampires, but they are assholes, and I would not want to be one, and I would not want to be friends with one. But werewolves are just puppies. They're big, fluffy puppies. And I love it. I think they're cool. I think they don't have that like condescending, sneering look. They're more like I don't know. They're better. They're so much better. And also,
listen, just put me in a cage when I turn into a werewolf. We'll be fine.
Vampires are edgy, so
yeah. What of it?
My cat keeps biting my foot, so I definitely wouldn't want to be a werecat.
Good.
Anyway.
Good. Your cat is like, wow, wrong opinion.
Well, she's a cat. She doesn't like dogs. It's okay. Stop biting me. What is your problem?
Would you rather be a pretentious asshole or a cute puppy?
So my answer is obviously vampire.
The cute.
Also, that primal, the whole primal thing. I love it.
Same.
Listen, if the cute puppy has a shit power set, in comparison.
You know what else is cute?
Everybody wants to be OP, okay?
You know what else is cute? People who have eternal youth.
No.
Vampire lollies. Vampire lollies.
I don't ever want to live forever. I hate the idea of living forever. It sounds torturous. I don't want to go through 3 different world wars and be like, yeah, this is like my 3rd one.
Hey, stop reading my Teen Titans roll notes.
I mean, I want to play through every Final Fantasy game someday, so I'm gonna need a couple hundred extra years.
We're just playing faster.
I like and I respect vampires, and some of my favorite games have vampires in them, but I would not. It's like ideally between the two, I would want to befriend a werewolf over a vampire any day.
So my answer is vampire because I already am one.
That's fair. So my question
Believe
is,
it.
if you did end up living forever, do you think your mindset would change? Do you think you would be more engaged with world affairs, or would you be more comfortable with like the elves? You realize you're going to live forever, so you just kind of let things slow down a little bit. You stop. You let yourself relax and live and not worry as much because you don't have this limited time frame to work in.
I'll tell you one thing, I bet I could play Animal Crossing without experiencing deep existential dread.
Again, Johnny, I'll say, stop reading my Teen Titans roll notes.
I would just become a hermit after a while. I'd be like, eh.
Yeah, that sounds great. But you know who makes a better hermit than a vampire? A werewolf.
Nah. Dogs are social creatures.
They are. You're right.
I could learn Chinese, guys.
But can't you be like that one guy that just goes off into the wild for a month at a time and comes back? Can I be that one?
So, again, depending on the lore, some werewolves are, like, more on the immortal side.
That's added, though. That's not, like, part of, like, regular...
Okay, but like, same thing
lore.
with vampires. Like, 90% of the stuff has been added.
No, most of it was there back in Dracula. Like, if you're saying that werewolves can be immortal, I'm pulling the vampires have all the shit they can do in anime card. Which
is
lots of different lasers.
I assumed that we were referring to all types of vampire and all types of werewolf. Because this was not specified.
I will be a vampire.
I can hear my brother going on a 30-minute rant about vampires, and I hate it.
And he would be wrong.
But I do like that vampires can fly. I will say that. They have that advantage. And that is the only advantage I will give them.
It also depends on what iteration of vampire you are. Because I'm not going to lie, the Edwardian vampire is pretty solid to become. Twilight vampire.
Oh yeah, no, it's a good deal, honestly. I mean, you might lose your soul, but that's kind of a whole complicated, like, extra lore thing. I mean, if we're being real, like, early vampires, you don't want to be that either, because that's really not even you. That's just like a spirit using your body or whatever.
It's like a demon.
So there's a book series called Libriomancer, which is a Dresden Files clone where people reach into books and pull things out. It's actually better than that sounds, because that sounds terrible. But point is, they go through the deal that vampires are made. They're basically, sometimes you have your teenage girls who have a natural predilection for libriomancy, and they accidentally reach into books and get bit by a vampire. And they become a vampire, and that's how they get made.
Wow. Imagine reading a book. Imagine reading a book about, like, a plague, and then, like, your finger dips into the book, and, like, now you have AIDS.
That happens. That's kind of how it goes. But the point is, they make a point in the first chapter of the series, because they run into vampires, to say that vampires have been getting stronger over the years. Back in the day, they had all these weaknesses and not as many strengths. But slowly, over time, writers have been making them more and more powerful. And the current iteration are these shinies that are really, really hard to kill. And so we have a fun fight with that. There's a druid girl. She creates these 2 swords out of her body. It's pretty tight. She drives a motorcycle.
Imagine reaching into a Brandon Sanderson book and you have a safe hand.
Imagine reaching into a Brandon Sanderson book and taking it out and you're a Mormon.
But I'm rich.
What would your hand look like if it was a Mormon?
Okay. Now that we've offended all the Mormon listeners. Okay. With all of that out of the way, I think it's time to get started with this episode of Teen Titans Roll. All right. So, Cyborg and Beast Boy, you are standing on a rock, floating in a vast, starry expanse full of red stars. The stars glow with red energy, but seem to be eclipsed by dark voids, almost as if the darkness is holding back the greater red light that shines from behind or deeper within. You see more rocks floating all around you, flat surfaces as well, some with old, gnarled, dead trees coming out of them. And as I said last time, you see in the distance this kind of island of this like mountain in this like island area, but it's far away and across a huge swath of space. What would you like to do?
Oh, well.
Dude, where are we?
Can I roll an intelligence check for that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll intelligence.
It's probably going to be a pretty hard roll, but I'll do it.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, yeah, just roll intelligence.
Oh, that was the first one. 18 plus, that's 22. 24.
Okay. Well, you have no idea where you are.
Okay.
You're clearly not in space, or you guys would be probably dead. And as you start looking around and you look at your sensors on your arm display, you notice that the readings are very strange. The readings are coming through in sort of a weird, like there's some interference, but your geolocation is telling you that you're still in Titan's Tower.
Well, there goes my theory that we're on Starfire's home planet.
Dude, did we just go through like a portal? Are we like on her planet? Where does she live?
Okay, so first of all, Beast Boy.
What?
By definition, yes. Any door that we go through is a portal.
Okay, this is my favorite bit.
But like we went through like a portal through like dimensions.
Oh, yeah. That seems entirely reasonable. If there's a fifth dimension, this could be it.
How many dimensions are there?
About 46.
Ooh.
There's one up my butt. Have you seen it?
I don't want to.
Yeah, me neither. We turn I mean, is there a door back? Can we see any
Yeah.
way back to where we came?
So, as you turn around, looking for a way back or onward or just out of the location that you're at, you suddenly all the rocks, the other floating platforms that were far away, suddenly rapidly rush and towards the place where you're all standing and create a pathway. And you see this pathway form, and it leads down to a path that ultimately, in the distance, leads to that island.
Okay, so I'm thinking that if those rocks wanted to kill us, they would have. So, let's go check it out.
Dude, this is really trippy.
Yeah,
Okay.
watch your feet. I'd hate to trip.
Yeah. All right. So are you guys heading down the path?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I keep my
So
my
you-
blasters ready, just kind of like a hand
right.
on my arm cannon.
Okay. As you guys walk down the new path, you get to a solid path. It still floats in the air, but it is there are no gaps in it, and it's just a path ahead. As you see this pathway that goes all the way to that island in the distance, and every once in a while there are these strange arches, these like tannish brown arches that with like long like spires coming out of them, like naturally formed like spikes. And as you head as you are heading as you are getting closer to the archway, you see that there are some creatures up on the archway, and they flutter down onto the path before you, and they are kind of looking around, and they are little, like, kind of exaggerated, featured, like little crows with like very cute, although albeit red glowing eyes, and they look around and they kind of look at you.
Aw. Hello? What are you doing here?
Go back. Go back.
Where are we? That's really creepy.
Oh, hey, we should probably go back.
Go back.
Hey,
We're trying, okay?
Go back.
how do we go back? Hey, Beast Boy, you can talk to birds, right?
I will cast Speak with Animals.
Well, I mean, they are already speaking.
They're speaking. They're talking. Listen, they're talking. I don't get it.
Yeah, but you understand birds, right?
I think they want us to go back.
Huh. I didn't catch that.
If you guys turn around, you see that pathway, I mean, leading back up to that, the rocks that led down to this main pathway have all kind of dispersed and started floating as every,
If I turn around and start walking that direction, do they still stay dispersed, or do they form a path again?
They do not form a path.
We can't go back.
Hey, sorry, Raven Bros. Crow Bros. What are these things anyway?
All of the ravens, they they suddenly they shift out of that cutesier form into forms more brutalist, but more looking like ravens. But they have 4 angry red eyes each, and they have sharp teeth on their beaks, and they fly up and they start harassing you guys and like pecking at you.
Get on back off.
Hey! None of that. I just start beating around, but I don't actually try and hurt them because I don't think they've yet hurt me.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like blocking my head.
Start
running forward.
All right, so you start running forward.
Yeah, I follow.
And they chase you for a while. Do you guys? So they don't hurt you enough to do damage, but it's very uncomfortable, and they do seem just not to be pleased with you being there. Is there any other action that you take against them, or are you just running ahead?
I think I'm just avoiding them. Yeah, I'm running ahead.
All right. So, you're running ahead with the ravens coming at you.
Are they still chasing?
Yeah, well, they're chasing. So,
here's what I do. I use my radiant weapon to produce a big burst of light all around me and see how they react to that.
They disperse for a moment, but they rush back in very, very quickly. Raven, go ahead and roll a 1d8 for me.
Oh, this is randomized, isn't it?
By the way, I think I can just keep that light on. Is it dark in here?
No, not technically. While it is dark in the expanse, the ambient light of the all the stars around you light the way.
Okay. Yeah,
6.
So I don't really feel any need to brighten things. I just use that to maybe scare them away.
She got a 6.
Okay, 6.
I am 6.
As you run ahead, you run to the archway. And as you run through the archway, the ravens veer off, and there's this shimmering and shifting. And suddenly, you're not on the path anymore. You're in a great library. You see as far as you can see up and to the sides of you, and as you approach, you see even that down below, you're not on the floor level of this library, looking over balconies, infinitely in all directions, towers and towers of bookshelves. And you see, sitting as if at a study table, is a person in a yellow cloak. And she kind of looks up from her books for a moment, and you see it's Raven, but she's wearing a yellow cloak and gray rimmed glasses. You've never seen her in glasses before.
Oh,
Raven has a sister.
Raven, you look like don't be mad, okay? Why? What? Where are we?
You don't know.
No.
Yeah, you're gonna have to explain things.
She kind of taps her book and seems to think for a moment. And then she says, "The path to freedom lies within a book."
Do you know what book?
She shrugs and floats off into the library.
What do you expect me to read all of this?
Okay, let's really quickly jump back to Robin and Starfire.
Oh no. So
where did we leave off? Like what?
I'm pretty sure you made me sit down.
Yeah, you made him.
talk.
You made him sit down on the lawn on the island outside of the tower, and you. I think you just recently requested that he tell you about the Batman.
It is time that we had the talk about the Batman.
Listen, I know you've tried getting me to talk about the Batman. It's not really something I want to discuss. I learned a lot from him, but I'm on my own now.
I reach up and I put a hand on his shoulder and I say, "You are not on your own now."
I mean, I know I'm not on my own. I have all you. I meant more of alone, as in I'm trying to split myself from him. Become my own person. Become a hero that I want to be.
That sounds hard and painful.
Oh, that's why it's good I have you guys.
I smile.
How about you, Star? Do you ever miss your home?
I absently sort of gaze up to the sky. I don't know. Is it day? Is it day right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gaze up to the sky and realize I can't even see the stars from here because of this peculiar sort of atmosphere here on Earth. And I say, I I do not know. I Tamaran became a strange place to me before I left. And I I guess Earth is now my home. I suppose I am on my own as well.
Well, I hope you know you're not alone either.
I'll try to remember.
Okay. Yeah, let's hop back to before we do, someone is getting some background noise of like a weird carny music. So
There's carnival music coming from somewhere.
Hold up. If it's not coming when I shut this off, tell me.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, my sister's inside playing the piano, practicing, so I've been keeping it muted for most of the time, but oddly enough, I think it was, I was reading your thing and I was like, wait, and that makes sense.
Yeah. He's remembering the circus.
Oh no. I think she's playing The Greatest Showman, which makes so much sense.
Ryan is Robin is like haunted when he eventually goes and sees The Greatest Showman. He like gets deeply triggered.
Yeah. By that time, and the funny thing is, by that time he'll be like in his like later. He'll probably be in like his mid to late 20s by the time that movie comes out as Nightwing.
Yeah, right.
And he'll just be triggered again.
People that old never get triggered, right, guys?
Never.
Okay, yes. Hopping back. So Cyborg and Beast Boy, you are in this infinite library. Raven just floated off in a direction. You can stay put or you can follow, but what would you like to do?
I'm following after her. I'm like, Raven, why do you wear glasses? What?
He's like, I'm like, no, that's gotta be that is not Raven. That doesn't look like Raven at all. That's gotta be like her sister or something.
She's wearing yellow.
Exactly.
Does she ever wear like a different color?
That's what I'm saying.
Is this some type of riddle? I don't understand. Yeah.
Huh. Well, whoever it is, I think we're still in Titan's Tower. Somewhere. And that makes me worried.
That's not possible. This isn't Titan's Tower.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But, huh. Let's keep looking around. How high are the ceilings? Can I see them?
You do not see them. It goes on as far as you can see.
How are we gonna find a book to get out of here in all of these?
I don't know, but maybe we should start with this one. And I just grab a book.
Okay. You open the book. You open the book, and it's a bunch of well, yeah, you open the book, and as you open the book, instead of seeing words on the page, you just see like kind of in like this glowing light and you see like almost like it's a screen, but they're just pages. You see like a little like you see a memory. You see a little you see a woman, and she says, "This way, Raven. Yes, this way. You can do it." And you think you're seeing Raven's like first steps.
Okay. I quickly put that one back and grab another.
I'm peeking at these pages too.
Yeah. You open this book, and there are words. They are mostly, you catch some words in English, but they are mostly in like a multitude of different languages, and they fly across the page like almost like at rapid speeds. You catch I guess roll perception.
I got a 4.
No, you think it's about spells.
Do I see the words flying off the page too, or is?
Yeah, they're flying like across the page, just like, and not even like right to left, but like all different directions. Like sentences are just like flying across each other at rapid speed.
I try and poke one.
Okay.
You poke. Stop moving.
Yeah. You poke it, and the book kind of like indents a little bit, and then like kind of like it closes, and then it kind of like indignantly like flies back onto the shelf.
Okay. This is weird.
I grab a book.
All right.
And I open it. What's inside?
Yeah. I mean, Raven, feel free to act however you feel appropriate to. You do know that they are touching your books.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of float closer when I notice that they're looking at books. I seem like I'm more observing them than I am like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I grab it by the side and I just like kind of like hang it sideways, and I'm just like scrolling through the pages of the book I grabbed.
It's
like looking for a door in the book.
You said you're holding it sideways?
Yes.
Okay, I come over and correct the book in your hand. Almost like you would a child. Like I'm just like
All right. So here's what I'm thinking. This all has to do with Raven, and it's all information about Raven. You think this is one of those like memory fortresses, or I don't know, this has got to be something made by her.
Yeah, I mean, it was in her room, so
I'm right here.
Okay,
you don't have to talk like I'm not here.
So okay, so are you Raven? Are you Raven?
Yes.
Why are you wearing yellow?
I like yellow.
Do you really like yellow?
I enjoy it.
Have you always liked yellow?
These are strange questions.
Yes, well, it's strange. Do you wear glasses?
They help me read.
Huh.
She's never worn glasses with reading before.
But she does read.
You seem interested in learning about me.
We're very... Yeah, I mean, you've been struggling with things lately. You kind of freaked out the other day, and we don't know what's going on.
Well, I'm not the one struggling right now, am I? You're the one trapped in a library.
That's true. Hey, how do Raven, what, can't you just get us out of here?
I'm grabbing more books and looking at them while they're doing this.
Why would I leave if I want to be here?
Because, I mean, you can't stay here forever.
want to?
Look, I know you're struggling with problems, but...
Do you want to leave?
You know, we'd like to be where you are. So,
I am right here.
Maybe not. Raven, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good.
She kind of looks at you guys like a bit confused.
Okay. While we're being forthcoming here, look, the other day, or not even the other day, earlier, you got really angry. And you had like glowing red eyes, and there was you ran off. Why did you do that? Can we help you with something?
Very peculiar. And she goes off and grabs a book off a shelf and just starts reading it.
Can I look over her shoulder?
The book is Ion by Carl Jung. Just kidding.
I don't.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of book are you reading if he's looking over your shoulder.
It literally has nothing to do with what they're talking about. Whatever it is, it's like a book about birds or something.
Right. Good.
Well, you know, we'd like to be with you, but I feel like we shouldn't be. Raven, I'm sorry. This feels really invasive. I don't know why, but
I feel like you are not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So perhaps you should focus on leaving.
Yeah. That's what we want. We want to get to. Okay, so we looked into your mirror, and then we got teleported to this place. I don't really understand.
Oh, there you go, Beast Boy, telling her that we touched her stuff.
Well, perhaps you are too focused on the past. Maybe there's something else you should focus on. The path to freedom lies within a book.
This is true.
I just start opening more books, and I'm frustrated.
I asked.
But I'm not reading them. I'm just like opening them and then closing them, and I'm literally just looking for doors in them.
Wait,
yeah.
Raven.
Can I just say that I'm actually loving, and I was hoping for this, but I'm absolutely loving that just Charlie's the DM now.
Okay.
I'm practicing.
Raven, you gotta help us out here. Which book?
Perhaps it's not a specific book you are looking for.
Now, that doesn't make any sense at all.
So it's a non-specific book.
Hey, Beast Boy, you're good at finding non-specific stuff. Go look around.
I am looking.
Well, no, look non-specifically.
What is it you're looking for?
The Way Out. We said that like 2 times already. 3 times.
She adjusts her glasses and she's like, sometimes there are higher things to look for.
I look up. Hey, alright. Hey, Beast Boy, go get a high book.
I'm gonna turn into a raven and I'm gonna fly up as far as I can.
Okay, you turn into a green raven and you fly up as high as you can, on and on and on. Eventually you guys see a green streak fly past you from below. the library seems to be looping.
So I fly back right in front of them, and I'm just like, there's no end. It just went around.
Okay, Raven, you gotta understand.
I'm talking as a Raven, by the way.
I know, but I'm still by Raven. I'm like, Raven, you gotta understand. I'm book smart. If you're meaning some kind of mystical higher thing, I'm not getting it.
I think that perhaps you're thinking too literally.
That's what I mean. I go stomping off.
I look at Beast Boy and I'm like, is he always like that?
Sometimes.
I imagine I don't get far.
Yeah.
It loops.
Yeah, if you go in one direction, like to the right, you do loop back around, like, and walk back towards us.
Eventually, if you're trying to just get out, you will eventually arrive where you began.
Do I have to read?
Yes, Beast Boy! You hear me shout?
So Raven goes over to the book that you picked up with her, like, learning her first steps, and she opens it. And she's looking it over, and she's like, oh, I remember this. This was the first step.
I come back.
Okay.
Cool. Like,
so we need to find the next step.
There's always a step to find. She just
oh my
But we need to
I love how, like, genuinely the, like, most potentially like brain bending one happened first.
This is really fun, by the way.
Good.
Very good.
Yeah, I will just remind players that I know it's confusing, but you can always ask to roll something, or in essence, to ask the real DM a question.
And not vague Raven.
That is fair. So as I keep opening and looking at books, am I getting anything from them? Like, I guess, would that be like an investigation check or something?
Well, I mean, are you looking for something specific?
I am looking for a door. A path forward.
Okay. As you are looking for a door, the book that you pull off the shelf, on the cover of it, is a large, it's all these arcane symbols and scripts, and there is like a door. There's like a picture of a door on it with like a bunch of chains around it. Raven, you're immediately aware of when he picks up this book specifically, and your focus snaps to Beast Boy immediately.
Okay, I go over and snatch the book away.
Hey, wait, but that is a door. Is that it? Is that how we get out?
It's mine.
Oh.
You don't need to know what's in it.
I look at Cyborg.
Raven, it could be important. Look, it's all we haven't found anything else here that seems important, and this seems important. Maybe we should.
It might be. It might not be.
I mean, Cyborg, if these have our memories, I don't want to pry in things that aren't our business.
Is this even Raven? Are you like some kind of inner consciousness or something?
Roll insight.
That's probably gonna be the same.
Schrodinger's book.
6. I still ask it, but I'm very confused.
Right. Yeah, it looks like Raven. it feels like Raven. I mean, devoid of some of her typical characteristics, sure, but
Well, I'm still, the question still came to my mind. So here's what I do. I say, "Hey, do you have a piece of paper?"
Do I have a piece of paper, DM?
Yes, and in fact, if there's anything like that, a piece of paper, a pencil, a fucking piano, you may manifest it freely.
Okay.
This is your domain.
I will manifest a piece of paper and a fancy ink pen.
I take it and I write something down, and I'm like, "Well, if you are some kind of inner consciousness, you'll probably need to remember this." And I hand it back to her, and it says, "Cyborg is the smartest guy in the world, and Beast Boy is pretty darn cool."
Inception rules.
Why?
Hey, just think it's something you should remember. That's all.
Well,
all right, this is all right. This is the point where I just tell the players to roll intelligence.
Okay.
she says, "Well, this is good knowledge to know." Kind of like uncertainly.
Intelligence. Let's see. Intelligence. -1. All right, roll.
Perhaps we could all learn.
Wow. That is an unnatural
-1.
one.
Unnatural 1.
No.
If I rolled a 1, it would have been a -1.
Yeah.
Is it just straight?
It's
I
not-
just kind of sit down and defeatedly like open just a book and just start reading it.
Right.
Raven sighs and she's like, she sets the book down, claps her hands together, and goes, "What is it that you need in this book?" Now she's kind of like hinting at you guys.
It's like, "Look, I don't know what's going on here, but I feel that we are here with you, and this is a part of you, and this is important to you.
You need to know why we're here and why you're here, and I don't know. I'm so confused.
Raven,
I'm just reading a book.
Raven,
So,
where are we?"
Is that close enough, or?
I'll say this. So Cyborg, for your 12,
Okay.
You're not necessarily closer to the answer, but you get this sense, you get this resurgence of like frustration, and you realize whenever you'd walk into Star Labs and you'd need your dad's attention, and you'd be making a request, or you'd just be trying to tell him about something, he would always seem disinterested, and he would, if he did answer you, he'd like answer you with a question. And that sort of riddle game was very frustrating for you because you just weren't interested in it.
Yeah.
And you would rather he just pay proper attention to you. But this does sort of remind you of something like that. Maybe not as malicious or dismissive, but this is a game.
All right. My hand releases from my body, and I say, "Hey, go run off with this." And I get it to run off with the book.
Oh, with the what the door book?
The one that seems important to her.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's holding that
Yeah,
at the moment.
I'm holding it pretty hard. You'd have to like roll to take it from me.
I'm like, "Raven, we have to get out of here now, and you're ignoring us."
I am
Let
not
me see
ignoring
that.
you.
If you
The path to freedom lies in a book.
It's that one. I point at the one she's holding.
exactly.
Is it? I try and take it from her.
It could be any book in the. Hey.
Okay. Roll, pitiful mortals.
I back
Is
Beast Boy
this a
up. I'm
strength?
ready to grab this thing.
Is
What's
this a strength or a dex? Is it a sleight of hand? What is it?
Roll an intelligence contest against Raven.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay. That is
Metaphysical, huh?
that
I don't get
that is a
That
0
one.
for
I said
that is a 0 for Krista. It's a 19. Okay.
she just ends up like hugging Raven. And I grab
so yeah, go ahead and roll intelligence to resist him in this realm.
Okay. I did not roll great.
You were not expecting this this like sudden physicality, and Cyborg is very cognitively sharp, and he grabs and snatches the book out of your hands.
Give me that. Now we're gonna see what this is.
I mean, Raven, you do have essentially like free form to manifest objects and manipulate them within this realm, so and a fair bit of flow over the state of like literally the reality, so feel free to act however you feel is appropriate.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna just let them open the book, but I am gonna decide what's in it.
I see. All right.
And I guess are you guys gonna open the book?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so what you find in it are just a bunch of like fun facts and like information about just everything, anything you can think of, like just information about everything.
Give us one fun fact.
No, like every fun fact you can think of is in there.
No, I was just saying, give us an example.
My goodness.
I don't know. Fun fact: the president of the United States is Biden. I don't know.
Oh,
like
come on.
Like
that's not
really
very
fun facts, but like, but they're all over the place. There's really no rhyme or reason.
Info dump.
Okay.
It is an
actually,
info dump.
I mean, during that time, he the president would be like George Bush.
Okay, yeah, George Bush. George Bush is the president of the United States. He really likes this color. Like, it's just a bunch of random information dumps.
Like, this is the most important book, really?
And from outside of their perspective, like looking on to the arguing group, you see on a bookshelf facing opposite to them, you see the book rematerialize in a new space.
And I ask the two of you, I'm like, did you not find what you were looking for? What is it that you are looking for?
We are looking for a way out of here.
Well, there's certainly
it isn't a book.
Well, there's certainly plenty of answers in that book, and you're telling me you still haven't found what you're looking for.
Yes. That's what we are telling you.
Perhaps you're not looking for the right thing.
Beast Boy?
What should we be looking for?
Yeah. Hey, Raven, what is this place exactly? Where are we?
DM, am I allowed to answer that?
Well, this
should I give a vague answer?
you can kind of give a vague answer. This is okay, here's the answer that I think you would probably give. You'd give a technical answer about how this is a psychological arcane manifestation of a cognitive brain pattern, and this is one aspect of a personality spectrum of said cognitive pattern.
I say all of that.
I'm so smart
to remember.
I'm gonna roll intelligence.
I can't
And then
believe I got a 1.
at the end,
it's a
the
saving
end.
throw.
hang on. At the end, I say, but
No.
to you, guys, at the end, I say, but to you, it probably looks like a library.
Yeah, that does. And I have no idea what a word you just said meant.
Well, okay, yeah, you did roll a 1 amazingly. The one who had a chance to figure it out was like,
Okay, so it looks like a library to us. What does it look like to you?
It doesn't matter what it looks like to me. We're talking about your problems.
Oh my gosh, is she a therapist? Wait, are you the raven that likes to talk about people's problems?
She just sighs exhaustedly. She's like, "What do you go to a library for?"
Okay, I sit down and say, okay, Raven. Now, I've been having this problem lately. I've been seeing my friends,
She floats away.
Hey, I'm talking to you. Come back here.
She's gone.
I'm having
She
problems.
goes into one of the many, many aisles of books.
Yeah, she disappears.
I guess she's not the one who listens to people.
So
I feel like I dropped the biggest hint I possibly could.
Yeah, no, that last one was actually pretty good.
Just like she's at the point where she's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay, so
Really doesn't
Cyborg.
talk about other people.
okay,
So
okay,
Cyborg.
okay. So
Cyborg.
I'm going
Cyborg.
to try and think about a book that is about me leaving this library, and then I'm going to grab a book.
Oh, okay, interesting. You're using the manifestation thing I established. Okay, good. All right.
That's cool.
I am
You pick
using
up a
my
book.
imagination.
Yes,
Druid.
good.
Go, Druid.
Okay, you pick up a book, you open the book. The book is about the acquisition of knowledge and its importance as a philosophical goal above all others.
That's
So it's about knowledge.
As you're reading, there's a sentence where someone you're not even sure if it's like a philosopher from Earth, because the name is very strange. Now, to Beast Boy, that could be German or that could be freaking Kryptonian. You have no idea. But as you're reading, and it's mush to you, but it's total brain mush, but it says something about how knowledge is the greatest freedom that a human being can acquire. Well, it doesn't say human being, but that a person can acquire.
Oh. So knowledge is freedom.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Whoa. So, wait, that either
I
means...
love how between terrible rolls and just us being stupid.
That one's especially, I was like, wow, I don't even know how to help.
Every single intelligence roll is very accurate to my character.
It is. That's what's so perfect about it.
That was
I rolled a 1, a 0, and a 3.
That was, but your use at the end of manifesting essentially the answer by what you looked for based off rules that I arbitrarily made like 20 minutes ago was great.
I was like, listen, I manifested a book with a door on it. I'm going to manifest yeah.
Yeah. So
Beast Boy has creativity power.
As this happens, the library shifts and the halls shift around you and realign. And standing next to a door is Raven. They have found the way out, Raven. And you know that as they leave, you can tell them that the way out of this meditation realm in general is to reach the forbidden door at the end on the island.
Okay. I adjust my glasses and I say, just so you know, there's a forbidden door, and that is the way out of here. Please be careful.
Thanks, Raven. First of all,
She seems kind of done with you guys too.
yeah, I'm sorry I tried to talk about my problems with you. Do you want to come with?
She just motions to the door, like, get out.
All right. Well, I feel kind of bad leaving her here.
All right, as you guys exit the door,
I mean, she loves libraries.
the realm shifts, and suddenly you have walked through the next archway, and you are just on the regular path once again. There's another archway a little ways in front of you, but you are on that path floating out in the stars again, but further down it, and the island in the distance does look a little bit closer. And with that, we will switch back to Robin and Starfire for a minute.
I think we're just kind of still sitting in the like in the same positions they're out in the field.
Robin's kind of like starting to like look back towards the tower. Like, should we go and figure out what those guys are doing with Raven?
What do you think about our situation? About the men from the government involving themselves in our heroic efforts?
You kind of see like Robin's forehead kind of furrows as he starts thinking about this, and just I don't like it one bit. Feel like there's a lot of things going on that we don't know about. I don't like that they seem like somehow they're involving your sister in all this, and somehow Slade knows something we don't. We don't know anything about Slade either. It's like we're in the dark from all the angles right now. I wish I could give you more of the answers.
There is a lot that I do not understand about the situation, but that is also nothing new to me.
It's sometimes it's a newer feeling for me. Growing up as the Batman's sidekick, he always knew things ahead of time. He always could figure things out, could always be one step ahead. And I feel like I'm not. And I'm afraid it's going to end up hurting you guys. And I won't let that happen.
We will handle it together. I don't know what our problem really is. The question of who is the hero and who is the villain and what part we play in all of that has become very complicated recently. But I know that whatever comes, we can handle it together.
Robin kind of like stays quiet for almost a prolonged amount of time. Even Starfire kind of like picks up on his just like him losing himself a little bit in his thoughts. And he kind of like shakes his head, like trying to knock it out of his thoughts, and just yes. As long as I can keep you guys safe, We can do this together. We should probably make sure that they're okay. And Ramen kind of just stands up and starts walking towards the tower.
Okay, as you stand up, go ahead and roll perception for me.
Okay. First roll for me of the day. 19.
Robin, you see that damn yacht again, circling around. And I think we're going to switch back.
Damn
so, okay. So, Cyborg and Beast Boy, you are walking along the path now. You're out in the middle of space once again. And you are about to hit another arch. Is there are you just going through it, or are you gonna stop at
As
all?
I'm walking, I turn to Cyborg and I'm talking with him, and I'm just like, but okay, so that was Raven, but she was different, and I don't know. She's usually I don't understand her. She's usually so grumpy, and she like never laughs at my jokes. Like
It was really yeah, it was kind of trippy. She had said all this stuff about metaphysical stuff, which pretty much meant I don't know, but I think we have to get out of here.
Listen, this one time I told her this joke. It was great. Okay, I went to her and I was like, Raven, I know what type of car that you're going to that I know what it would be called, the car you would drive. And she was like, what is it? And I was like, it would be a Ray-Van.
Okay, so to see who responds to that joke and in what manner, Charlie, please roll a 1d8.
Okay. And listen, she just walked away. There was no response. Like, that was a good one.
Okay,
you're right.
let's
That
see.
was a good one.
Hold on, guys. Calm down.
Okay, wow, this is actually oddly the one that I wanted. Okay,
Is
so
it
the next one you hear. Okay, so it is green.
okay.
Will or boldness, but will.
Okay.
And you can be there outside of the realm proper if you'd like to respond to this joke.
I show up behind Beast Boy and I'm like, what you guys laughing about?
Yeah!
Yeah, you guys see Raven again. This time her cloak is green. No glasses or any odd new accessories here, but it is a green cloak and costume.
Raven, I didn't know you liked to play dress up. You know, I've been changing my wardrobe a lot lately too.
I kind of look him over. I'm like, sure, buddy.
Look, I had to go shopping. I got all this new Mach 2 gear, you know? It has to all go somewhere, and, well, you know, I had to change my wardrobe. Also, why are you wearing green?
Okay, so she kind of looks closer at your outfit, Cyborg. And she's like, it's all right. And then walks off.
All right. Yeah, she walks through the archway. It looks like she just continues walking along the regular path after she passes through the archway. Do you guys follow her?
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, just straight away.
All right. As you guys pass through the archway, suddenly the place shifts and it's this world that extends out. Like there's a pathway ahead of you guys that is like, so essentially, you know the show Wipeout? It's essentially like a Wipeout style, like obstacle course, like training grounds, like exert your will and overcome, and then like out in but like this is also like a world, so like you look out in all directions at all the directions that are not on the path, and you see like other training fields. You see like barbed wire, like mud crawls, like, and you see a bunch of like green ravens, like hut, 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 and then like you see like a bunch of ravens in the distance, uh, and 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 one of them yells in the distance like "Sustain meditation training!" And they're all like "Whoa!" And then they like get down into a kneeling position and start floating in a meditation. So like, so it's like, but yeah, but the one that you're following just continues down the path, and may lead as she sees fit.
Wait, so there's other ravens in this one? Just doing
Yeah,
training?
in like far in the distance, you see. Yeah.
All right, I'm starting to think that you're not normal raven anymore.
So when we reach the first obstacle, I guess, I turn to Cyborg and I'm like, so you told me that your outfit makes you stronger, but I don't know that I believe you. So let's see your strength. And she starts hopping the obstacle. Follow me.
And she just starts hopping it, like going through them, like bouncing over the balls, like ducking under things, like twirling over things, pushing like heavy objects, and it's like no problem for her at all. So yeah, you guys pursuing?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
And I am.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my spider climb ability, which basically means my arms and legs shift and I start crawling around on all fours like an Emmy.
That is terrifying.
That is terrifying. So so basically you're trying to like not fall off by being able to stick this to surface.
Right, I'm using that to help me. She made it very clear that she was challenging not just my physical prowess, but my pursuit ability. So I'm using it.
Okay. Yeah, you do so and you start doing so. I guess go ahead and make an athletics check with advantage since you're doing that. Yeah, Beast Boy, what's your approach?
Okay, so what is, like, I mean, there's a lot of obstacles. Okay, I'll turn into a monkey, and I'll start, gymnasticking my way through that.
Alright, okay. So, yeah, feel free to roll acrobatics or... Yeah.
Well done.
Okay. So, yeah, you're busting through it. You like this. This reminds you of, this reminds you of like of senior year in high school, Cyborg, when you were training especially hard. You were at a summer prep camp for drafts into college, and there were scouts watching you guys, and just to make their final determinations after the end of the senior football year, and you feel good, and you are nailing these obstacles. All right, Beast Boy.
So, there's no specific monkey card that I can find.
Right.
Should I just use one of the cards I have, or should I find something on the internet?
I'll say, since you're doing a monkey, I just say do acrobatics, but with like advantage.
Okay. Oh, I have really good acrobatics as Beast Boy. I just realized that. Okay. 16.
Okay. Yeah, you're doing all right, you know, and you're getting through it, and but the thing you guys realize pretty quickly is that this obstacle course is long. Like it is very, very long, and by the end of it, you guys do get through it, but with only getting, you know, kind of pushed around and knocked down a couple times. But you are definitely exhausted and sweaty by the time you get to the end of it. And Raven just is like not, like, she's cool. It's no problem.
That's the best you guys got?
Did we pass?
You did good enough.
I that was kind of fun. It was difficult. That was very hard. It was harder than like something that Robin would set up.
Raven, that was one of the best jobs of my life, and you're not even winded.
Yeah.
So what are you?
I'm not sure I understand the question. I'm Raven.
Okay, yeah, but what?
She's Green Raven.
Then what are those over there? And I point back at the other ravens. If you're
Those
Raven,
are
what are
ravens.
those?
That's Raven. She starts pointing. She's like, "That's Raven. That's Raven. That's that's Raven."
And that one, I point to another one.
A raven.
Why are there so many ravens? I don't get it.
She shrugs and just does a backflip.
Just flexes.
Okay, hey, look, Raven, how do we get out of here?
Well, you're at the end of the course, and there's an archway, like a
I just point
archway.
to the archway.
Are we in your mind?
Wait, would Beast Boy know that?
No.
Yeah, but it's starting to become obvious now.
Now, hold on a second.
It's starting to become a thing that he might think of, though. There's enough clues.
I've seen movies, but I don't know.
Movies. I saw this in a movie once.
Listen, I may be stupid, but I've seen the movies.
Listen, we got teleported to another realm, and Raven got like split into millions and millions of little pieces, and we gotta like find all the pieces of her, and like I don't know.
I don't know what you just said, Beast.
Well, I don't know about all that, but there's the door, and I point to it.
Okay.
All right, let's go through there.
As they walk through, the place shifts, and you're back on the path. And we'll hop to Robin and Starfire.
I was just gonna say real quick, as they go through the archway, Raven goes backwards through the obstacle course.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But yes,
so we didn't expect to be seen at this point because it wasn't in the script. So like we're just sitting in the trailer, just like having like...
that is good. That is like my favorite. That is like my favorite version of like cartoons where it's like oh, they're actually actors playing it. Like I love all the stills of like Full Metal Alchemist where they're just like on a set playing cards or something. It's such a good thing. Anyway,
Blade's back there smoking a cigar.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, Robin, you just saw this yacht that had been circling on that day when Thunder and Lightning appeared, and you saw it was suspicious just due to it staying out so late and so close to the island when the storm was imminent. Generally that the Coast Guard doesn't like people being too close to your guys' island, just out of respect for your guys' privacy, though every once in a while some rambunctious kids want to get some pictures or something, and it's usually not a problem. But yeah, this yacht is it's not like super close, but it is within that boundary line.
Robin kind of like notices that just out of the corner of his eye, and kind of his one hand kind of tenses for a second, like the one that's probably away from Starfire so she doesn't see it. Mm-hmm. And then kind of relaxes, and he's like, hey, Star.
Yes, Robin?
There's been this suspicious yacht out in the water. Have you noticed it?
I look over at the water and I say, a yacht is a fish?
Oh, it's that boat. That boat out there.
Oh yes, I have seen that boat many times.
It's weird that it's so close. Maybe we should just make sure they're doing okay. You wanna fly me over there? we'll go see if they're okay.
I get serious for a second and I say, "You think perhaps we are being watched?"
I have my suspicions that might be the case. So I think we should maybe pay them a visit. See what's happening.
Should we
What do you think?
sneak?
Let's try and get over there a little bit on the sneaky side. We'll surprise them. Surprise dropping,
Excellent. I am going to use disguise self.
Yes.
Okay, this is my favorite.
And I'm going to turn myself into like a grizzled old sailor.
All right.
And then I will pick Robin up and I will fly.
There's the best part.
Okay. How are you? Are you just flying right onto onto the yacht?
Yeah, I think that's what we're doing.
Okay. You land on the yacht.
Yeah, we're just gonna do it. We're just going in.
Okay. You start flying towards the yacht very quickly. And you descend it out onto it. Long before you see a bit of scrambling on the deck, like as you're like quickly whooshing down. By the time you land, there's a woman there, and she kind of and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." She's in like a yellow like two-piece bathing suit, and she's like, "Oh, oh my gosh. Hi. Sorry. Can I help you?" She looks at the grizzled old man and the boy wonder, and she says, "Fisherman?"
We are just the we are just the boat inspectors of the water, and we are here to inspect the boat for holes and dangerous crabs.
That voice is canon.
Robin is just trying to keep a straight face at this point.
Okay.
Is this the same lady that I saw yelling at the larger bodybuilder in the rain last time?
You were able to tell last time from your binoculars that the woman was blonde, and this woman is also blonde. But other than that, you couldn't say for certain. But it is the same make and model boat.
Mm-hmm. Well, as my friend here says, we're here to just do a quick inspection of the boat. We saw you guys being within the bounds that normally the Coast Guard keeps you guys away from. So, we're just gonna make sure everything's on the up and up, and then we'll be out of your hair.
She says, "Oh, well, I'm sorry. Can I see? Can I see a warrant for that?" And as she says that, someone steps up from below decks and is like, "Hey, Nancy, you said there was still some of those chips. I don't see anything." And you see this man step outside. This man? Person? Very strange. You see this man step up. He's wearing white goggles. He has slicked, strange black hair. And he's wearing like this weird like bathing suit thing, like red and yellow and black stripes. And other than that, he's just like, he has like, his tan arms are his arms are out. His feet, as they step up onto the deck, they're just uniform surfaces, no toes. And he turns and looks, his neck kind of like stretching and elongating a bit and says, "Oh, we've been made. I see." And
is that enough of a warrant for you?
And that will end that scene there. Yeah, so you're walking along the path and you guys see the island looks a lot closer. There's another archway. But yeah, do you head through the archway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, Beast Boy. Let's be smart about this. And I send my hand to crawl through first.
Okay. Send your hand to crawl through.
Yep.
Nothing happens.
It comes
What,
back.
you think there's any traps in Ravenland?
Raven setting traps? Nah. Let's go.
That's your thing.
Yeah, it is.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Yeah, nothing happens, so you have the little hand homunculus walk back to you, and you guys head through the portal. As soon as you do, the realm shimmers. And third times, the last charm. Did you roll a 1?
Yeah, I rolled already.
Okay. Pink.
Yay!
Yay!
One.
Yay. Okay. As you guys walk through, you see it's another big world type realm like the previous one. But this one is full of colorful goldish pink fields, populated with pink trees. There are mountains of pinkish gold all around in this valley that's surrounding you as far as you can see. And the path ahead of you is bright and cheerful. The smell is aromatic and sweet and happy. And as you're standing there just taking this all in agape, like a strawberry floats through the air. Just a solitary strawberry floats through the air in front of you all and passing by you. And and Raven, you can appear whenever you want.
I straight up appear out of nowhere and pluck the strawberry from the sky and eat it.
Yeah.
Yes, a raven in pink joyfully grabs the strawberry and eats it with a delighted expression.
Yummy.
Hey, Raven. Pink. Huh. That's
Oh,
new
snap. Is that Cyborg and Beast Boy? What are you two doing here?
You know, just being the smartest guy in the world and a pretty cool guy. How are you?
Raven, you're wearing pink.
Yeah, I am. It's cute, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then a revelation was made by Beast Boy on that day.
Just a little twirl.
Beast Boy, I'm scared.
Confused.
I'm really scared.
I never thought I'd see you wearing pink. That's weird.
You're so silly, Beast Boy.
You never laugh at my jokes. What do you...
That's not Raven. That's some eldritch horror. Get away, foul beast.
This is the trap. This is the trap.
An eldritch horror.
He thinks they're funny.
She's laughing. Wait. Okay, I have a joke.
Oh my gosh. Let me hear it.
Okay, so why...
She, floats in the way, like on her stomach with her, hand in her palm and her feet in the air kind of pose.
Why do you spell dark with a K and not a C?
I don't know why.
Because you can't see in the dark.
She covers her face and just twirls.
Beast Boy just like makes this like big grinning face at Cyborg, like she's laughing.
Hold up. So okay, so we've just met like green you and yellow you. Those are you, but they're not you. Who are you?
I'm Raven. Duh, silly.
It's like I turn to Beast Boy. I'm like, I'm starting to wonder here about. I think you're right about us being inside some kind of headspace of Raven.
It's all the pieces.
Yeah. Hey, Raven, are you like just a piece of Raven?
I know. I'm just Raven. She kind of skips around, kind of like toward the path.
Well,
all right.
Like in a zigzag.
I'm gonna turn into a bunny and just kind of hop through the field.
wait, so I start running after. So, Beast Boy, if what you're saying is this, like, does Raven actually have Pink Raven living somewhere deep inside in some corner of her brain?
I turn into a parrot and I'm just like, well, how can we can't travel into someone's mind though. I don't get
It's Raven. Anything can happen.
well,
She's magic.
Are we in a magic realm? I turn to Raven. Are we in a magic realm?
Well, it's only magic if you think of it that way. You can turn into animals, so that could technically be magic too. She twirls her hair, like in her fingers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Beast Boy, you gotta understand. Raven can do anything. She is magic.
I am pretty cool.
This is weird.
As you guys walk, after a while, following the skipping Pink Raven, you reach the end of the realm, and quicker than you'd expect, given how large it looks. And at the last archway, you see that, you pass through it, and you're back on the field. Raven, or on the path. Pink Raven, you actually continue to follow them along, because well, they won't like this next part, and they'll need your help. Because, as you see, near the exit, there are two statues of hooded men with 4 red glowing eyes. One has a happy face, the other sad face. As you exit the realm, they animate and twirl and slide together back to back like they were just the front of a statue, but they complete. But now you see it raises up, becoming 2 sides of the same statue. They have 4 arms now, and 2 swords materialize in red light in each of their hands. What would you like to do?
Uh-oh.
Those red eyes.
Hey, we've seen that before.
You had those
Raven,
when you...
That's what you did back in the fight.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
That's weird.
What is that? Wait, are they coming towards us?
Yeah, it's trying to attack you as you exit.
Oh, just like he's just gonna try to hurt you. Just ignore him.
I grab Raven and throw her over my shoulder and run.
All right, you guys are running away from the menacing statue as it chases you. Do you try to attack it in any way?
I yell, "Did you just say we?"
Whee!
I reach back with my arm cannon and I just make it charges up and shoots a big light beam at it.
Yeah, go
All
Cyborg!
You fire the light beam. It does not attempt to dodge in any way, as it's hit dead center mass, and the beam just like shears off in two different directions and has no effect on it.
Yeah, well, that didn't work.
You guys should probably run.
Yeah, I turn into a cheetah and I start running towards the path ahead, or to try and get past. Are we past it, or?
It's chasing you, and now the
yeah,
realm is starting. You're close. You're running up onto the island, but and the path extends onto this island, and there's like a forest of dead trees that, as you're running through it, are all around the path.
I am running.
Yep, let's just keep going. Gotta get somewhere, right? Going towards that island. Are we on the island?
Is the island getting closer, or is it in the? Are we heading towards it?
It's yeah. Well, yeah. You're basically on the foothill of it, and you're running into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it keeping up with us, or are we outpacing it?
Yeah, no, it is keeping up with you.
What does it how tall are the trees here?
Probably 7 or 8 feet, maybe, but they're dead.
Yeah, not worth climbing up to hide or anything.
Yeah. This thing is pretty tall and big too.
Yeah. Let's just keep running.
Raven, what is that?
Sorry. I'm like actually trying to remember what this thing is in the episode. Because I don't remember. Do I know what this is?
Yeah, it's a sentinel at the end of the thing.
Okay. That's kind of
it's no threat to you. It is actually the manifestation of your happy and sad mask statue in your room.
Okay. So Cyborg's carrying me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I whisper into his ear very loudly. I'm like, Cyborg, do you want me to get rid of that thing? Because I kind of need you to let me down.
Oh, hey, wait, you can. I just stop and set her down.
Some Scooby-Doo shit.
Do you let me down?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, I appreciate you trying to save me and all, but I got this. And then I go and do some backflips and kick this thing's ass.
Okay. You watch as she just backflips like 1, 2, 3 times, and then on the last backflip, like on the way down, she like kicks it on the head, and she like all the way down, like all the way to the ground, she like drags her foot along it and lands on the ground, and like with her heel, and then it just splits in half on that point and falls apart.
And I make an adorable pose and I bow.
I say, Beast Boy, Happy Raven is a badass.
Well, technically we're all badasses.
And at that point, when you say that, you see the previous 2 ravens appear next to her. The green one and the smart one, or the yellow one.
Hi, Raven. Hi, Raven. Hi, Raven.
The pink one waves like enthusiastically, and the green one just gives like a salute, and the yellow one just kind of looks away awkwardly.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, let me get it straight. You're Happy Raven, and you're Athletic Raven, and you're the Raven that likes to read a lot.
Well, he got it mostly right. Happy, bold, willpower, and intellect.
The pink raven is just like, yeah, close enough.
So,
at this point, Regular Raven. You had been experiencing some really weird mood swings. And you realized pretty quickly through all that something was not right. You were not in proper control of your faculties. You went to your room and you saw the mirror on the floor. And that's when you realized that someone had been messing with your meditation mirror. And this is about the time when, within your mind's realm, you catch up to them. The Prime Raven. So you see them there talking to these three other manifestations of yourself.
I walk up through gritted teeth and I'm like, what are you doing here?
We immediately feel shame because she is scary.
yeah.
What?
She is scary again. And the other three ravens, they back away and fade into nothing.
Look. Okay. We literally walked up to your door and fell down, and we saw something shiny, and we wondered if you were doing something, and then we got transported here.
I was worried. Your door usually doesn't just fall.
Yeah.
She stares blankly at you guys and she's like, are you telling me that you accidentally fell into my dimension?
Yes.
Yeah.
She just like pinches the bridge of her nose.
Oh wait, what?
We didn't mean to.
I told you, Beast Boy. Hey, I told you it's another dimension.
Hey, we figured it out.
You two need to get out.
No kidding.
And
That's what we're trying to do.
And you guys do see there's a door in the distance, like at the mountain. There's this doorway. It's open, and there's this portal with this like red swirly line, and that seems to be the forbidden door. Raven, you know, yes, this is the forbidden door. They can exit that way, as long as, well, as long as this doesn't happen. And you see, suddenly the ground starts to shake, and from the distance on the island, a huge hulking figure rises up and manifests, and this booming voice, I will be free. And Raven, you see him, what you were afraid of.
Oh no.
Oh, that's another one of those things. Hey, can't you just get rid of it?
Well, no, guys, you see, it's like a huge, or gargantuan, like, giant. It's got red skin, it's wearing like a loincloth, and it has all these, and it has claws, and it has horns, and it has 4 red eyes.
Raven, what is that?
You two need to leave now.
Yeah, okay, just tell us where to go. What do we do?
I point to the door.
Aren't you in danger? I feel like that shouldn't be here. What is it?
It's just go.
Raven, if you're in danger, I do not leave one of my friends while they're in danger.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to remember the episode.
Right, well, you know, he is here, and you know that they have no chance physically, but you can maybe resist this this manifestation, and you are under full control. You are faster and stronger in this realm than your friends.
Okay. You two need to leave. I will be fine, but you need to go.
You sure? Look,
Yes.
Raven, you don't
I
want to do this
kind of
alone.
push them.
Okay. Just kind of get pushed. I think I'm gonna start walking that direction, but I'm probably going to not go all the way through whatever door we're being pushed towards. I'm gonna
Right.
watch what's going on.
Cool. The creature is moving forward. It is lumbering towards your direction. It's starting to move faster. Raven, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna try to fight it to fend it off so my friends can escape.
All right, you zip through the air at incredible speed, and you dodge it, and as it throws a fist, and you are capable of just releasing powerful blasts of dark energy and rocks at it, and you do slow it down a bit. You guys watch from a distance as you're moving up the hill towards the door. Raven, just like Beast Boy, you saw on TV once, like a camera crew struggle to show a fight that Superman had in the air with the villain, and you're like, wow, this looks like that. Like, the speed and the power that's on display is something that you've never seen. This is clearly something that you guys are not yet capable of.
Does it look like she's got it handled?
Well, for a while she's doing very well as she fights the thing back. However, eventually it does tag you, Raven. He hits you and smacks you down to the ground, and you crater down to the earth. And you're there now on your knees. You know that something's not right. You're not in sync. You're not connecting to the laws of this meditation realm, to its practice. You're not at peace. One of your emotions has gone haywire, and well, it's threatening everything that you've tried to hold back. And you know, as you think back to your meditations when you were learning, it's very tempting to repress your emotions, but to integrate them. That's the only way that you can defeat this threat.
So I gotta become one with my clones, basically.
Essentially, and as you realize this, they all appear around you, and you see them all. You see the ones that the others saw before. You also see, as you understand, you also see brown slothfulness, purple, your passion and love, and you see orange, who burps incredulously, your occasional laziness. You know now which one is missing. Red, rage. That's the one that's manifested out of control, and well, it's very unsettling, the form in which it's taken. What do you say to your clones in this moment?
I guess I just say like we need to work together.
They nod and they form a half circle around you. And guys, as you are in the distance, you see suddenly this flash of white light and growing tall as the creature before you all. You see Raven. She's giant now, but her cloak and her costume is all white, pure, bright, blinding white. All right, Raven, do you drive him back?
Yeah, I'm gonna kick his ass.
All right. So you guys all see as he says, "No," and he charges forward. Raven lets out a blast of power, basically screaming energy, dark energy, but it is filled with more white. You always see like that white outline on the dark energy in in Raven's powers when she uses telekinesis, for instance. But the white seems to be more presence in the dark energy, and it's just like energy shooting out of her eyes and her mouth as she fires a blast at this large creature. I mean, is there any specific way you wanted to defeat this, Raven?
I just want to fly every angle around it with a blast until it's like covered in white light, and then just release it.
Okay, yes. Suddenly, the large form just starts twisting around, and the entity, it's lifted into the air as you guys see this, as Raven flies around it rapidly, creating a sphere around it, and the energy just suddenly, it's like it concaves in and explodes in a burst of white light. You guys are basically blinded. And now descending to the ground, the form shrinks down before the larger white raven is a red raven, raven, but with a red cloak and 4 red eyes. The red raven bows its head and then twists and turns into a bunch of red lightning bolts that shock you, Raven. You now feel, as your rage is reintegrated into your psyche, you cannot maintain this perfect potential like your mother before you. Not with this rage still such a big part of you, but you have gotten a grasp on it now. And as you shrink back to your regular form, you know she would be proud of you.
Aw.
All right. What would you guys like to do?
Kinda.
I'm picturing Beast Boy and Cyborg with those like jaws that drop to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of staring at Gabe like, what did I just witness?
Raven, that was what was that thing?
Isn't it obvious?
Anger?
She nods.
So those were all you. They were all...
Roll insight.
Who?
And if you want, and I guess the one who asked, Cyborg. And if you want to leave it at anger,
Okay.
Roll deception, Raven.
Oh, okay.
I got a 15. Yeah. Wait, no, I didn't. Oh, yeah, that would have been a 16 if I had added the modifiers.
I rolled good, so.
Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, Cyborg.
Sorry, Cyborg.
Seems like you were right.
Yeah. Oh.
Her anger.
Yeah.
It's quite a beast.
Man, that is quite a beast. But you know, Raven, that's a part of you. I don't think I have to tell you. It looks like you understand that.
Why are you so angry?
Why am I so angry, DM?
Well, I mean...
Besides I didn't get enough sleep and that guy was annoying, you know?
Yeah. I mean, so when you fought Dr. Light, you knew something got jostled. Your connection, your grip on the seal. But, I mean, you just sort of decided not to tell them all that. And, you know, as much as this was potentially a threat of your father breaking free, this realm is also just a reflection of your mind. You don't know the extent to which it actually has I mean, your emotions do have influence over the seal, but the thing that scares you is you're not quite sure how much it actually was Trigon versus how much your anger just looks a lot like your father, your worst aspect.
Oh, oof. That's a lot to be thinking of in front of my friends. Okay, well, Raven is quiet for a moment while she processes that. And, not wanting to say all of that, she just shrugs and says, I don't know, hormones?
And roll the credits. No.
Yeah, look at
All right. Yeah.
Whammon.
Whammon stuff.
Hormones. That's her excuse.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, okay. This means that the women have already been a little bit beyond me, so I'll just give you that.
All right. Do you guys leave?
Yeah.
So,
All right.
yeah, hey, sorry we came in here.
Yeah, you guys.
Look, I tell you, look, it looks like you've got a lot going on with your emotions. You know you've got a family, right? We can help you with these things if you need it.
I know that.
All right. Well, I figure sometimes you might forget. I know I do.
She seems thoughtful. Like, she's definitely considering what you're saying.
Just, thought you should know. And if you find yourself dealing with your anger again or something, you could find one of us to talk to. We're here.
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
She seems to appreciate it.
All right. Well, hey.
Let's leave this space. It's hers.
Yeah. And guys.
Yeah.
Stay out of my room.
Yeah.
As you guys head through, you all jumble out of the mirror, and yeah, you guys you come out of the room, and I'm sure quickly get out of Raven's room, and you're out. All right, switching back for the final time to wow.
Really, right then.
I thought maybe you had forgotten about us.
That was
like you were gonna end the episode and we were just gonna be on this ship with fucking Plastic Man or whatever.
That was like a perfect transitional sound of just a car driving by. Back to the other two.
As soon as I unmuted myself too, it was like right then.
Yeah, so you guys reappear. You reappear. I mean, back to you guys. You reappear back into existence as I dictate reality. I mean, technically. This man has just stepped up, and Robin, you're thinking, oh, holy crap, that's one of the newer members of the League. That's Plastic Man.
Well,
I say, my name is Captain Krabs, and this is me lad Shrimpy.
He just kind of walks over to you, and he just kind of looks down at you. His head extends, his shoulders are hunched over in a weird way. His head extends and looks down at you, and he turns back, and he points his thumb at you as he looks at the woman. He says, Nancy are they being serious right now? Cause disguises, yeah, kind of my thing, dude. And he shifts and turns into literally an exact copy of the old fisherman.
I hesitate for a second and I say, "There's not room on this ship for two, Captain Krabs."
He goes, then we'll have to fight each other to the death then. And then he kind of like winces, and his form stays the Captain Krabs, but but all of his colors turn back to the red, yellow, and black like stripes and white stripes and stuff, and like his red like spandex like weird suit. He's like, ugh. I do struggle with the colors though.
So why is the League watching us?
I'm sorry. She kind of leans over and picks up from a jacket. It's kind of draped over a sunning, like a beach chair, and she takes out of a pocket. She says, actually, this is not about Plaza's League job. She flips open the little wallet thing, and you see her name. You see a little badge, and then and it says FBI. She says, "I'm actually here on bureau business." She says, "Agent Morgan." She reaches a hand out to shake yours.
Robin reluctantly shakes her hand. Is there something we should know? The CIA is already looking into us. The FBI as well.
She raises an eyebrow. Well, the CIA. Yes, I had heard rumors about that. They don't talk to us a lot. But we have been watching you kids, ever since the Cinderblock incident. I would have asked you to come in for questioning a lot earlier, but, well, maybe I lied before. I should be here on bureau business, but I'm here on personal business. They hushed that case under the rug. We're here to ask if you had anything to do with that.
With brushing it under the rug?
Yes.
I'm just slowly morphing back into Starfire quietly in the
background. and keeping pace with you, he slowly morphs back into Starfire and then morphs back into Plastic Man. Yeah, he or she says, well, I feel a little awkward here, standing here like this. I don't usually wear things like this. I'm gonna go get changed. If you guys would like to wait, we can we can meet below decks. We have a small meeting table.
We'll wait for you.
This is not appropriate business attire?
She kind of looks and she says, no, honey. And she walks out. After she changes, you guys have... She comes back out and she is in her work suit. It's like a business type suit. And she says, so, please have a seat. She brings you guys down like below decks, and there's a little table with some chairs around it. And she says, yes, please have a seat.
Yeah, I'll sit.
I'll sit.
All right. She sits down and she kind of opens a binder. She says, so, I apologize, first of all, for being so cloak and dagger about this. As I said, I'm not supposed to be talking to you right now. But Plaz vouches for you. It's sort of a friend thing that I don't like, but... Well, and he says, yeah, the bats, kid. Can't be that bad. I mean, everybody makes a mistake once or twice, kid. I mean, I was a criminal before. Well, before I got a deal with the FBI to work it off. And, your mentor, Bats, he knows. He he helped me out. He's the one who gave me a second chance. Third chance, I think it was, but you get my meaning.
As soon as he mentions the Batman, like Robin's hand like tenses very quickly and like his knuckles pop. And then he just like slowly lets it out as he continues talking.
He says, yeah, I get it. You know, the old daddy issues or whatever. And Agent Morgan, she goes, Plaz, that's enough. All right. He backs away and he just sort of like, he shifts into like a red swivel chair, like cushion swivel chair, but like with a big face on it. He says, "Hey Nancy, are you sure you don't want to sit over here? It's much more comfortable."
Oh,
this is
there
not
it is.
appropriate.
And she just she just gives him a death glare.
We are minors.
And Plastic Man is in the show now. Everything is going up a grading. Okay, so she says, anyway, she opens up she turns the page on the folder. Several months ago, we got a report that during a attempted prison break incident, the villain Cinderblock was killed, and it was reported as an unfortunate accident. Now, however, when such accidents happen, there are protocols typically in law enforcement. For instance, a debriefing at the very least is required. And you superheroes are not above that. I got the case, and I was about to head out. I was literally heading out of the office from the deputy director who gave me the assignment. When he walked back out and called me back into the office and told me to forget everything I ever heard about the case. He seemed nervous, and I could not convince him to reinstate the case. Since then, there's no record of the case ever being in our system.
He wished to spare us the humiliation of removing our briefs?
That's not quite what debriefing means, Starfire. It means
Cyborg doesn't even. Does he?
It
What?
maybe? I don't know. It means talk to us about what happened and write down what happened.
My apologies.
It's fine. Well, unfortunately, it was an unfortunate incident. Kind of felt like I wasn't personally there that well that day. But we had a lot of trouble with Cinderblock that day.
Well, you were personally there, technically.
He felt like he wasn't there.
Shh, I wasn't.
You were there and you were responsible for it.
Yeah. Listen, I don't remember the episode that well since I wasn't playing in it.
Yeah, no, fair enough. But
Take responsibility
Robin
for the crimes you did not do.
Yeah. Well, she says, of course, and she goes through asking you more specific questions about the event, and you answer, and you're capable of answering well the details of the situation.
And I do answer truthfully on all accounts because I want to, get out there in the open. But I want to specifically say that Joseph Logan from the CIA took the case and told us that he would handle it, and we all assumed that was our debriefing.
She says, and then she kind of looks at the name again and she says, Logan. What did this individual look like?
He kind of looked like a vampire.
She looks at Plaz, and Plaz looks seriously at her. Still has a chair, but like with a serious expression. And she says, a vampire CIA agent making illegal deals.
And not only that, we had a visit from Starfire's sister, and it seems that he may have recruited her instead of allowing her to be taken away for her crimes.
He took her.
She says, she looks at Plaz and she says, but that vampire, he's only a legend in the intelligence community. He can't actually be. And Plaz says, yeah, but we've dealt with him before in the League. It's a big problem. I heard from Gardner recently. He's got his fingers in everything. And she says, damn. Well, this individual you speak of. Yes, in some capacity, he is a legitimate member of the Central Intelligence Agency. However, it's a bit worse than that. In my line of work, he's a ghost, a shadow. He moves in the background. And if there's ever cases that shouldn't be public, but are deemed for the best interest of national security, he acts. And he's been doing this much longer than I've been an agent. He's been doing this much longer than anyone's been an agent, at least in this country. His pull is, well, the rumors say it's limitless, all the way up to the top, the White House. And she says, and God, I hate using this phrase, but he controls sort of a deep state. And then she goes, she's like, I hate saying that. But technically, that would be the case. She's one of many very, well, ethically dubious individuals in our government.
We were warned that he was manipulating a lot, but it seems like his reach is even further than we realized.
Yes, he completely shut down a investigation on murder. Well, manslaughter, I believe, after what you've told me. And an accident, and not something that you kids should dwell on. However, the fact that it was not done through the proper channels, that this conversation wasn't had the right way, is very concerning for the state of true transparency and justice in our nation. She says, she kind of, she puts her hands together, kind of holding them in like in interlaced fingers. She says, this, well, I'm afraid this all might have a lot to do with our nation's recent involvement overseas. The government is very desperate to acquire assets. And, well, many people, a lot of people in the government, are not pleased about the League and other American hero groups' insistence that metahumans and other superpowered individuals should not be involved in government's own military conflicts. He's trying to find loopholes to that, acquire more subtle operatives. I believe this is why he recruited your sister. And with his pull, well, he probably could get her a presidential pardon.
He even tried recruiting us, but I mean, what happened with Cinderblock shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened at all. And we definitely don't want to go down that path.
She says, "Indeed, of course, you do not. And I want to thank you for being so honest here." And as she's saying this, Plastic Man, he shifts back and says, "Now, Nancy, this is an interesting opportunity, though." And she says, no, we can't." And she goes, "Well, hold on. Listen, you said it yourself. This guy's a freaking ghost. Like, there's no way we're ever going to get this close to him without him knowing ever again, even the League." She goes, she sighs. And Plastic Man turns to you and says, "Look, kid, you did the right thing not taking this guy's deal. But if you just pretend to take his deal, well, maybe you can get closer to Star's sister here, and then, you can get the proof we need to expose this guy, show that he's not a legitimate part of our government. He's just pulling the strings and intimidating everyone."
Do we know what he's involved in, though? Do we know what we would have to do if we took this deal? Seems even from your standpoint, you have no idea what he's capable of.
She looks up and she says, "I'll need some time to get some things together, to convince the proper people that this is worth greenlighting. But I can tell hardly anyone. Not until we've got him. But I think... No, I know. If you help me, Robin, I can get him. I will get him."
I look at Starfire.
I don't really know what to say. I'm just kind of taking it all in. Just like, again, realizing this is kind of an alien system to me.
Yeah. Plaz, he leans and he says, "Come on, Star. You'll never find your sister otherwise. You know this is what you gotta do."
I sort of look away, and I say, if that is the case, I will do what must be done.
My team doesn't need to be involved. I can do this myself.
And I step up and I put my hand on his shoulder and I say, "You will not do it yourself."
We'll talk about it as a team. Not until we get everybody's okay will we go forward with this. I know this is a great opportunity to take him down, but I can't risk my whole team on something like this unless they're all okay with it.
She nods and she says, "Of course, we wouldn't ask you to. I still need to get a few things together and get the proper mission details to make this a success. But we'll all be in touch with you. I have ways. She hands you a card, and it has her sending stone information on it for you to program into your communicator.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, now, talk to your team. I'll talk to mine. No one else.
Okay. On a slightly different note, do you have any information on a criminal known as Slade?
She sighs. That one's an even harder case, Robin. I'm sorry.
Seems like he is harder to find than our vampire friend. I'll stay on that case.
She nods and she stands up and says, well, with that out of the way, I'm sorry we had to meet this way, but I'm glad we did.
Robin now puts out his hand first.
Okay, fine. And she shakes your hand firmly, and Plaz says, "This is gonna be great."
Looks unsure.
And,
yeah.
And with that, that'll bring us to the end of our episode.
Dang.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Wow. I realized partway through this this last bit, I'm like, man, there's definitely some like old conspiracy theorists that are like, no, listen, there's vampires in the government. I swear.
I mean, literally in our real world, there's interdimensional demons and vampires. They're touching our kids.
They think the government's reptiles. So like,
listen, the lizard people are a real thing, guys.
Don't joke about the lizard people. That's real.
I just love it. I want to play the conspiracy theorist old man. Very good.
You people are crazy with your conspiracy theories. I'm gonna go set some more crap.
If I end up having to get off the grid, if Starfire ends up having to get off the grid for whatever complicated libertarian reason happens here, I'll just become Captain Crab for the rest of my life.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, I'm having trouble imagining Beast Boy undercover with CIA.
I love Captain Crab. I stan Captain Crab.
New Teen Titan just dropped. He's an old man who sells fish.